first item now is like indefinite a weapon of some kind?
Nope, the first chest is still Link's house.
Oh yes, that's true. But then once the uncle comes around, we're gonna have that new item, right? A weapon of choice.
Yep. Ooh, getting 300 rupees right off the start.
They definitely gonna have good use for the cash. Can get some bombs early, pay the bottle vendor, and maybe have some saved up for Zora.
Ooh, and we got a quick map check already. Very nice early map check, and we got some crystals in the light world. We saw Pendant Desert Palace, but the remaining ones are in fact crystals. It looks like we got the fire rod for the uncle weapon.
Oh, nice! And look at that. Grabbing the fire rod, you get instant magic right away, and then you can still pick up magic from the pots here. So you get a full fire rod to use for the rest of your escape so far.
Yeah, it's always a good plan to kill these two guards to hope for the bomb drop, because you can refill your magic all the way to max, as long as you don't miss, of course. But both these runners not missing, able to fill up the fire rod and head on their way.
Like the crystals weren't the special crystals, the crystal 5 and 6. They were, I believe I saw crystals 1 and 4, so.
Yeah, unfortunately no pyramid fairy crystals yet, so we still have yet to figure out where those are. So one crystal in the light world, that means two crystals, or sorry, one pendant in the light world, that means two pendants in the dark world. So it'll be interesting to see which ones. It's always interesting when Thieves Town. I find Thieves Town being a pendant, that's always interesting because you never know whether or not you're supposed to go in it or not. Thieves Town. Yeah, Thieves Town's one of those early dungeons that you're able to access in the dark world with basically just nothing. So, ooh. Bad Moon wasting a fire shot there. Might have to get a little bit conservative down in the basement. Whereas,
play safe.
Yeah. On the way to the rats through the sewers, they're able to pick up magic, but until they get to the sewers, there's really no magic unless one of these enemies drop them.
The concerning part about this version is making sure you maintain your resources, because you might not have one of those unlimited weapons. So you have to conserve like bombs or arrows or magic, especially when you get to that key rat that you're going to have to kill later.
Alright, so both the players heading back through the escape sequence, heading towards the sewers. So we're gonna see, probably, I'm thinking Bad Moon might pick up one of the pots that has magic underneath it in the sewers. But Argel actually has quite a bit of magic, and I don't think that he's really gonna be looking to, you know, get anything extra. But we might see them actually pick up a couple of the pots in this room coming up and maybe kill some guards for a little bit of bombs, which is exactly what we're seeing here. Unfortunately, these guards are being pretty stingy. Not a single thing but hearts dropping.
Yeah, both players are definitely looking for bombs or something here. Maybe a little bit of magic.
Yeah, they did find the small key in one of the chests already, so we could potentially see bombs in the chest in the sewers here, or maybe even the boots. Boots would be nice too. They could still open up the 3 chests in the back with those.
Boots bonk open that wall instead of bombing it.
Yep. So it looks like neither player are picking up any extra magic. No extra pots for killing any of the enemies. They're just gonna go straight through and... Oh! Argel hoping for a drop. Got 5 arrows, I believe. Ah, darn. Just getting the map. Oh no! But Bad Moon missing the snake with the pot.
This is really tough. He's trying to, yeah, he's definitely trying to get a bomb. Oh, look at that magic!
What a nice drop! Gonna give him a little bit of extra chance to farm here. Now... Oh, Argel picks it up too! This is very good for both of them. Gonna be able to get a few extra hits in on these rats.
That was definitely a clutch magic jars for both of these runners here. Now they can kill more rat steers. Hopefully get a bomb, maybe.
Yeah, and Argel getting good RNG with the rat positioning, but unfortunately it doesn't look like any of these rats are gonna yield any bombs.
Yeah, but going upstairs, they can't go back now. They're gonna have to come back with the glove of some kind to get to the back there.
Yep, gonna have to find gloves, or you know, potentially if they find lamp, they're gonna have to go back through the escape sequence if gloves are in the back there.
You have to go all the way through.
Yeah, you'd have to go all the way back, and it's definitely not a fun trip to make, but neither of them got into the back 3 chests, so both of them are gonna have to do it in the event that there's something important back there.
Border track here very soon, and the tree technical.
Oh, just getting green rupees. Not what they're looking for, that's for sure, but maybe the hoarder has bombs. Ooh, just magic.
Quick action in the cave check. I mean, lumberjack check. Let's see. What do we get?
20 rupees. Not something they're gonna be going out of their way to go farm Aga for, but still doesn't bring Aga out of the equation yet. Could see some Aga play later.
Like a 50-50. I see that.
Heart piece in the woods. And also in the little drop-down area here. I always love the little thief sprites when the sprites change, because they're always interesting colors.
No unlimited weapon. You're gonna have to figure out ways to damage things if they don't pick up a weapon in time. I think they're gonna buy bombs if they don't get any here.
Yeah, looks like they're both heading down towards the bomb vendor. Might stop at the tavern first to see if there's any in there. Yeah, so nothing came out of the tree pull because Argel used the fire rod to kill the bird and didn't wait for the bird to actually burn. So it didn't actually count as a kill yet. So that's why when they tried to pull it, nothing came out, because technically they didn't have a kill since the last pull.
Right, now we are armed with bombs, so we'll see the chicken house here real quick.
Yep. No chicken clip. Lots of heart pieces in this seed.
You're all getting the piece of hearts and loves that they should get for playing for us today. Okay, a shield.
Baby shield. They got at least something that's not a heart piece.
A little bit of route divergence here. One's going to the well, and the other's going to Blind's house.
Alright, just a 5 inventory upgrades so far. A heart container. Another heart container. Another heart piece. Can we get another heart container? Yes, we can! Oh, but we
finally!
find a sword!
Oh, in the bottom. Ooh.
Yeah, now they can check Sick Kid.
We got something that they can keep. Wow. Lots of these hearts are here.
Yeah, and there was also, interestingly enough, we've already got a sword, and we've also already got the lamp. So, could this mean we might see an Aga play?
They have no way to go to Dark World. This might be the case.
Yep. Could also be the Root Up Death Mountain. Lamp could indicate Root Up Death Mountain or Eastern Palace. But getting the hammer. So now we have 2 weapons plus the fire rod.
Crazy. You got your 2 fire sources already.
Alright, what's gonna be in the library? Ooh, vanilla!
Okay.
Convenient book?
What else?
And 20 rupees at the race game.
Looks like both runners are going to maybe the Southern Shore. Yep. Not going to check that back in there. Well, like you were saying earlier, now that they have lamp and such, they can also go all the way through the back again.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, they can. That could be where gloves are, and that could be in the logic, so... we'll see. At least both of them will have to do it. It would... I think if I was a runner and I had to go back through the escape in order to find a glove, I would feel very concerned that I would be behind at that point.
Yeah, you might be thinking your opponent might have got lucky and got a bomb before he left escape.
Yep. Ooh, blue mail. Is that like the Zora gear in the water? They're ready to go to Lake Hylia now.
Route divergences, even though they kind of covered about the same stuff in a little bit different ways, but it looks like they're heading the same direction for everyone so far.
We're gonna see Minimal Worm Cave. 5 items in here. Hopefully something to lead them maybe in a different direction. Both of them kind of still stuck, not really able to go up Death Mountain, not able to finish any dungeons. But finding the bug net.
Well, now Aga is now out of play.
Could see a swag at him even.
I wonder if they're gonna fake Flipper here, or they're just gonna go to the Ice Rod Cave. What do they get?
Looks like they're both gonna be going to Ice Rod Cave. BadmoonZ's in a little bit better position because of having more hearts. These crabs, if they hit you, they do quite a bit of damage, so...
Well, he does a much quicker strat there. He picks up the bomb, throws it from afar, so then it'll explode as it hits the cave there.
Woo! 20 rupees.
Here's the funny thing. Is Desert. Desert's not really required this time because it's pendant. Well, we don't know if pedestals.
No,
But at the moment, we only see one way entering there. That book, right?
Yep. So we're gonna see the Sahashala check probably from both the runners. This is this standard route normally at the beginning of the game. Check the lower part of Hyrule, then go up towards Sahasrala's. We might see a little bit of a divergence though once they finish Sahasrala, because somebody might go to Eastern, but because they're not able to complete Eastern, you know, somebody might opt to go a different direction, like Agina's cave or something. But finding the gloves,
now that might point them somewhere else. They might go up possible, or they might even think now in the logic that Zora's domain is in logic now too.
so it looks like BadmoonZ is in fact going to Eastern without the bow. Argel heading over towards Sanctuary, might be checking the back. Yeah, I think maybe a little bit worried about what was left behind. So we'll get to see. We are still looking for Moon Pearl in order to get Dark World access. So if we find Moon Pearl in here, this could be a really, really huge deal. So that'll open the world up quite a bit.
What is behind these 3 chests here?
I was gonna say, if it was 350 rupees, that's pretty good. But nope. So I'm thinking Argel's probably gonna head up towards Death Mountain at this point, with the gloves and the lamp. Maybe finding a vanilla mirror. We already saw a vanilla book.
Possible ability up front. Hookshot even?
Hookshot would be really good. Because even if they get Hookshot or well, there's the Moon Pearl.
Okay, so East Palace, you gotta go there no matter what. Gotta
Yep.
get that pearl.
Gotta go to Eastern.
Oh man, are you gonna get me something, or BadmoonZ gonna get me something today?
There's 2 old men on screen at the moment. The true saviors of Hyrule.
Wasn't vanilla, but he did give him all his love right there. Old man love right there.
Alright, we're gonna see the big chest check. What's gonna be in it? Oh, another heart piece. So many hearts this seed.
It's breaking from them because they have all the tools to do everything. They got the lamp, they got the glove.
Yep. Oh, and there's the bow! Argel picking the route up Death Mountains, finding the bow. This is going to be able to get him through Eastern. He's going to pick up that Moon Pearl right off the bat. And I feel like BadmoonZ, once he heads up Death Mountains, probably going to be kicking himself in the butt a little bit.
However, we did see something spicy up on Spectacle Rock.
Yeah.
Probably the most important cane, right?
Yep. My favorite. Cane of Berna. Alright, so it looks like there is in fact an item on Armos as well. Because we saw the map, we saw the compass, we got the big key, so with Argel having the bow, now being able to go over to Eastern Palace, this could be interesting. But we're gonna see Argel picking up that Moon Pearl anyways, which is gonna be a pretty big thing.
Curious what BadmoonZ gonna decide to do, because he does have Dark World access with the hammer and glove and Moon Pearl.
Yep. I think at this point he's probably gonna be opting to go into Dark World rather than go to Death Mountain, only because when you consider like the chest quantity, like Village of Outcasts is a higher concentration of chests than only being able to get the 2 items on Death Mountain right now. We know though that of course going up Death Mountain is the right play, but when you look at the concentration of items then logically from a player standpoint, this is definitely the right play.
He's got a Dark World through Kakariko here.
Yep.
What are our Crystal and Pendant dungeons left?
Yeah, this is going to be good. We're going to be able to hopefully get a map check right off the bat and see what are our required dungeons.
Not utilizing the quick warp there. I teach you guys a little secret. If you enter that warp from going from the left, you get an automatic quick warp. Saves you half a second.
Okay, so that was really fast, but I think I saw Pod Green Pendant, and I think I saw Red Crystal Ice Palace, Red Crystal Swamp, but I missed the last pendant.
Pendant? Skull Woods is...
Skull Woods, there we go. Oh, more heart pieces. Goodness, this seed.
Well, that was a vanilla location heart piece, but depending on which heart piece you think it really was, but that's why I say location.
+5 inventory upgrade for arrows. We still have a lot of things we're looking for right now, so with Hammer, though, being able to fully complete Thieves Town, I expect that BadmoonZ will probably be heading into there next.
East being a crystal, it's definitely a place you should be going. You're gonna have to get the big key anyways and go up there.
So Argel is going to be picking up the compass in this chest, and probably I expect heading towards Armos Knights. With the bow in hand, he's only gonna need to clear this dungeon once.
What we get in Thieves, though, we know that Armos Knights is holding an item, but we have no idea what else is Thieves Town for now. It's possible vanilla Bicky location so far, or it'll be in this chest up here. With these ten.
Alright, we got the big key for Thieves Town, so we're going to be able to get a little bit farther. Mandatory to be in the first 4 chests. Oh, just a map, though, for the last chest. Alright, and Argel... Yep, heading into Armos Knights.
In this top right corner strat here.
Oh, but he finds the Titansmiths! Oh my gosh.
So, yes, game wanted you to do that.
Yeah, wow, that is a huge advantage for Argel. Even though they have the access to the Dark World with the hammer, having the Titansmiths, that's actually, it's really beneficial for routing purposes, especially in Village of Outcasts, not having to go into Lost Woods. You save time because you can go check the shovel, the digging game, and as well as like the blacksmith and everything else all together. So even though they don't have the mirror, still able to save and quit or drag the blacksmith with them.
Hammer pegs and everything is all open.
Yep, exactly. So still nothing really of significance here for BadmoonZ in Thieves Town, but Argel finding the flippers in Hype Cave. Neither of them fake flippered, so we don't know. They didn't have the moon pearl when they walked by there, so neither of them checked the locations with fake flippers. So we don't know what is at Hobo. We don't know what's at Waterfall Cave. We don't know what's at Zora yet. So.
If Thieves has anything, so far, like you said, there wasn't any significance found here. No progression.
No. Still just rupees.
Very important that BadmoonZ heads over to Death Mountain and get that bow, because gonna kind of get blocked off without those types. Oh, but we found something very important.
There we go. That is exactly what he needed. That is going to lead him up Death Mountain, because now he has access to East Death Mountain on top of that. So that's actually really, really good. We just gotta hope that maybe he doesn't find the mirror, because that would lead him potentially to Swamp before going up Death Mountain. But because if he routes down towards Hype Cave while leaving Village of Outcasts, that could, be detrimental if he finds the mirror somewhere around here.
By having those Titans.
Yeah, having those Titans meant saving him some time. Ooh, he's going to Skullwoods.
Oh, see if he gets lucky here. BadmoonZ having that hook shot's probably thinking Death Mountain all the way now.
Yeah, I'm definitely expecting that that's where he's gonna head at this point. We're finding a heart piece in Skullwoods as well. I'm wondering how many of those are actually left at this point. We found quite a bit at this point.
There are 24 heart pieces, so that's still quite a lot.
That definitely is. Never mind. Scratch that. We're not even close. So the old man leading the other old man. It's always funny to see.
It's probably gonna be thinking, uh-oh, when he sees that bow up there.
Yep. And I wonder if that will lead him back. See, at that point, though, it could lead him both to Pod and to Eastern Palace. They are both pretty close together, and he has access to both of them. He'll be able to do Eastern, then just go south, hammer down the pegs, hop into Pod. It is a green pendant though, so but it does have 5 items. I wonder if BadmoonZ is going to head over to East Death Mountain at this point.
Down, so it looks like he's probably going to do so.
Yeah, instead of saving and quitting. So this will be our first check on East Deathbound. There's still a lot of items that we need to find. So it's interesting how different, like, just a small minor divergence at the beginning creates, like, a huge chain reaction of different places that they both go.
What's scary that we will need to find is that ice rod. The fact that Turtle Rock is needed, and that item can just about be anywhere because it's only needed for that one boss.
Yep. As well as those medallions. Medallions could be problematic as well, depending upon which ones are required.
We're gonna have to find them this time because we need to go to Meyer and Turtle Rock.
Yep. We might find one. It might be the same medallion for both. That could be really handy. So we saw a fairy in a bottle in the Paradox Cave. We're gonna see a couple more items here. More rupees. Even more rupees. Come on, something besides rupees. Nope, still rupees. Oh, red mail.
Seed is definitely keeping them safe for sure. If BadmoonZ is going to take a step into Hera and then make his way back into Spiral Cave after that. Like it.
Yeah, it looks like that's where he's going. He does have the lamp, so even if, let's say, something is in the tile room, he's definitely able to do it. But the question is, unless it's the big key, is he going to opt to do it or not?
I think they do it as a last resort, because they might find the items prior. Oh, got that big key.
That maiden's looking kind of ghostly. Alright, maybe we might see... See, this will be interesting on whether or not we get to see that basement. So we don't know if it's a key or an item yet. Maybe the map. But I always like to see something in tile room because it's always interesting to see whether or not the runners go for it or not.
Point stage. Not sure if they'll be skipping it.
Okay, we got a heart piece. So that's item number 1.
Fall up to the top. Yep, it's going for the original strat intended.
Yeah, without the boots, this is definitely a good strategy. It looks like either a small key or the last item in the basement.
Now all up to Moldor. Whatever he has will determine.
Yeah, Moldarm is our last hope for the last item, or it's basement time. With hammers, 3 hits on the tail. Ooh, he's got to be careful. Very nice. He was able to dodge that pretty well. Not being knocked off the edge there. And come on, what's Moldarm gonna have today? Small key. Looks like it's the basement play.
Oh man, we might be seeing some death warp unless that basement item's a mirror.
We might even see him skip it. No, it looks like he's gonna go for it.
Wow, we're seeing the other stuff that you were saying. He has the Titans, man. He's able to do a bunch of stuff here. Taking game first.
Yeah, and this will help his routing significantly. Argel being able to do all the stuff in South Dark World here, except for, you know, the purple chest, because he's probably going to pick up the blacksmith and take it with him on his journey, and the other thing that requires the mirror. He's going to have to come back to do purple chest later. Digging game just yielding 10 arrows. So, what do you think? What do you think of the basement here? We're gonna find in the basement here?
Hopefully, it's some kind of progressive. Because waiting in the basement all this time it definitely feels painful.
It would be nice if it was the mirror. We know that, or the boots, man. If it was the boots, that could be huge.
Boots.
Oh no, 5 rupees. But he can't save and quit, otherwise he'd miss his spiral cave.
Miss it, or he's gonna go back. Oh, he's skipping it.
Yeah, it looks like he's skipping it altogether. He did pause for a second. He realized that, oh shoot, I need to still go to Spiral Cave. So he's gonna have to come back at a later time. Alright, so we're gonna see Hype Cave here. That means that BadmoonZ is gonna pick up the flippers, while Argel, sorry, is in Dark East Death Mountain with Hookshot. Gonna be able to check a few more locations that BadmoonZ wasn't, but it's not gonna be able to go over to Hera unless he finds the mirror or saving quits.
$20K. Let's see what we get.
+5 inventory upgrade and the other boomerang. The blue boomerang. Or the bloomerang.
I think what BadmoonZ decides to do. I mean, he has the hammer, got the bow, got the lamb.
I'm pretty sure Turtle Rock was Quake, but I wasn't quick enough on the... Maybe I should put on my glasses. That might actually help.
Yeah,
There's Vamos!
Yeah. It was Quake.
Alright, we found Vamos. So, interestingly enough, that puts Ice Palace in play and completable.
Ooh, we got ourselves a Master Sword.
I'm not sure where Argel is going. There we go.
Realize, uh-oh.
Yeah, no. No mirror. So gotta go back into the light world. Go the long way. BadmoonZ, now with the bow, heading over to Pod. Has more than enough rupees to get in.
This is what I was thinking. When I was saying he's got that lamp, got that hammer, he's got that bow. Maybe he might be going into Pod.
Yep. It could be really good for him if the mirror is in here. We're still looking for the mirror for Swamp Palace and you know, the medallions for Mizramar, Turtle Rock, Flute, Cane to Samaria. There's a ton of things that we're still looking for. But
having mirror would definitely help him out because he can finish off Eastern Palace, which we know is very crucial to him right now because we knew Titan's business after Armos Night.
oh, but finds the boots! This is totally paying off for him.
Pendant dungeon having those booties, and boots also takes you to the book.
Yep. Plus the 2 locations once BadmoonZ completes Eastern Palace, gonna have the ability to lift up the rocks around King's Tomb, plus Bonk Rocks.
Gotta go fast. That's what we gotta say there.
See, the thing is, at this point, they still have so many locations to check. They could already complete Ice Palace. There's still all the locations in the water that they can complete. BadmoonZ is gonna be... Oh, there's Quake 2 on top of that. That's Turtle Rock's entrance requirement.
Wow, this pendant dungeon's pulling through for BadmoonZ here.
Yeah, this one is loaded. But, yeah, with the boots now going to be able to check both the, you know, a little bit of desert, plus what's on the desert ledge that might lead them to Agina, which we still don't know what they have. But, yeah, this could be really interesting. I would think that after this, BadmoonZ might want to finish Eastern Palace, knowing that there's one item still left on the boss, but might head to... Actually, no, he's not able to do Ice Palace until he finishes Eastern, because he doesn't have the Titan's mitts.
Yeah.
And to answer a question in chat, the book is currently on the library, or in the library, so...
Ooh, look at that Lagerate.
Yeah, very nice boomerang strats. As Argel heads through Tower of Hera here, is gonna be heading towards Moldorm. Gonna be getting his third crystal.
Got keys, of course. The Palace of Darkness is the Palace of Keys.
Yeah. Finding the next bottle. That's 3 bottles, I guess, now at this point. Now, the question is, does he complete the dungeon? It is a green pendant, but it does take quite a bit of time to get there. Plus, you know, only having the fighter sword, not having silver arrows. You know, it's a bit of a pain in the butt. Oh, wait. Yeah, he does only have fighter sword. It's Argel. Oh, no! Speaking of Argel, taking the dive to Trolldorm.
Oh, speaking of bottle.
Number 4, yeah.
Of course, we found all of them.
Ooh, very nice hit from Argel. Needs one more hit.
BadmoonZ knows that the Helmosaur has a dungeon item, because the last 2 items are either the map or the compass.
Yep. And, but he doesn't have the mirror, so he's got to walk there. But the thing is this is a green pendant, so, you know, it looks like he's going to be taking that risk to go get to, that's the Hashala item. It is right close by here, so, but he doesn't have the map, or the mirror, sorry, in order to, mirror over, so he's gonna have to still save and quit. But if his intention is to go straight to Eastern Palace, then this is definitely a good play for him, because he could drop it off on the way.
I agree. I think that's probably what he was thinking. He's like, if I can't find that mirror and I have to go to Eastern the long way, I might as well take care of this and drop off that pendant.
So at this point, Argel with the Titansmiths has a little bit more options in the world. BadmoonZ looking like it's either going to lead him to Eastern Palace Sahashala. There's also, like we were saying earlier, there's Desert once he picks up the book from the library. There's Agina's Cave. There's still Spiral Cave, which he missed, which we might see on Argel's side. Looks like, oh, maybe not. Looks like he's also saving quitting. So neither of them have checked Spiral Cave.
Oh my god, what if Spiral has something?
That could be a big deal. A really big deal. With a little bit better routing, instead of going into the Dark World right at the beginning, if Argel had gone straight over to Tower of Hera, then Death Warped, he might have actually been able to Death Warp, then gone to Spiral Cave, then gone to the Dark World. And it would have been a little bit faster.
We are checking the locations with the flippers now. So, the hobo, maybe we're going to get a waterfall check and Zora domain checked by Argel soon.
Yep, and looks like we're just still getting more hearts. And there we go, Helmasaur down, he's gonna get the green pendant.
We know it's going to be a dungeon item, so probably that means Compass was in the big chest.
And with Argel picking up the heart from the hobo, he's going to be heading to Waterfall of Wishing here, the waterfall fairy. And Zora. So doesn't have the mirror, is going to have to save and quit, but I feel like that green pen is going to lead him right back to Sahashala and Eastern, which is exactly where he needs to go.
Go into the house, so this makes... Oh!
There it is! There's the mirror!
Oh.
And you could see the frustration slashes there.
We know he's going to have to go there. This is Pendant Dungeon.
Oh, Sahashala just giving bombs, so that was a bit of a waste, unfortunately. But he is in the right location in order to get to Eastern Palace, so this is gonna be good for him. It's gonna lead him to the Titansmiths. Man, and then it's like, again, super open once he grabs those Titansmiths. There's so many places he can go.
Where is Argel heading? Is he thinking maybe Swamp Palace?
I'm thinking Swamp Palace. Swamp Palace is in fact a red crystal dungeon, and Ice Palace also red crystal dungeon. Both of those are completable at this moment. So we could see Kane of Samaria or something even in one of these dungeons, or even on the Pyramid Ferry. So at the moment, we're still looking for Flute. We're still looking for the Cane of Samaria. Maybe one more medallion. Also, Ice Rod.
You know where the book is. Library.
Yep. We may not need Desert, but Ether could have something. So might Bombos. Desert might actually have an item in it that they might need.
I don't think we had any yet, didn't we?
No, we haven't had a mushroom. We haven't had a shovel. No powder. We got the bottle. I guess. Alright, we got the Titan's mitts here for BadmoonZ. And I'm wondering if at this point he's feeling a little bit worried.
Might be. It's probably like opponent went up Death Mountain. Unbeknownst, the pod has served him quite well. Got those boots there. Bonk Rock checks and maybe Kingston check here.
Yep. We might also see him head towards the book. +5 inventory upgrade for... Oh boy!
Okay, swamp needed. Absolutely. you need that thing.
And looks like he is going straight to the boss, interestingly enough. Argel opting to not do left side. He does have quite a bit of items still left to go. So this could be interesting.
That might be heading this way to Zora.
Which is actually going to be good for him because that could lead him to the mirror.
To fight for the final phase because the silvers too.
So he found the map, so left side definitely having an item.
Pace is definitely starting to even up. BadmoonZ is getting the stuff, while Argel's up a little ahead in crystals.
Yeah, interestingly enough, they're I guess dungeon-wise they're both about the same because BadmoonZ has done all of Pod, but it wasn't all required. Just at the point where he got potentially, you know, boots and Quake. Boots, of course, not being required yet, but could be. But, you know, gotta go fast. This is a race after all.
BadmoonZ is gonna think about going into ice based by how he's routing this out of Zora.
Yeah. So this could be actually, even if BadmoonZ goes into ice, this could actually be really good information for him too. Because depending upon how this dungeon... Oh, looks like he might actually be going to Hobo. But depending upon how ice plays out, you could actually find whether or not Cain of Samaria is in the dungeon or not. Or if it's required for ice.
That's great intel there.
Yep. Even if you do the bomb jump, it'll tell you if there's a small key at Cold Stare, then Cain of Samaria is definitely accessible at the moment. So yeah, this with the item being still one item left in Swamp, potentially the big key being in the I don't think I saw him pick up the big key, but I might have been mistaken. There might be an item in the big chest as well. Oh yeah, it looks like he did get the big key.
Alright, both runners will be going to Swamp here.
You know, interestingly enough, if BadmoonZ had gone to Kakariko, he would have been able to pick up the book, and then as soon as he was done, Swamp check Bommo's tablet, which is also right here.
Mm-hmm.
But he could also come back with the chest, because he hasn't done purple chest or any of that stuff over there. Now with the mirror, that's going to make that stuff significantly easier to do all at once.
If he's gonna decide to do that, when he does the Smith stuff in the purple chest, he might run his way down here, grab that book, and find out what's on Bombos.
So with finding the flute here, actually, this is going to be another great play, because they're going to be able to go over to Misery Mire area and find out what the last required medallion is. So if they in fact find Quake, or I know Argel is still looking for Quake at Pod, but if they find Ether, then that'll be the last medallion basically to find still. We don't know which one is required for Mire. Could be both vanilla medallions.
Yes. Maybe Bombos, or maybe the Quake that we already have.
I've seen a lot of seeds lately, actually, where Misery Mire has had, or at least the area around Misery Mire has had the item needed to actually get into it, either it being the Cane of Samaria or the medallion.
Haven't seen it just yet, though.
We're gonna see the flute activation. So flute activation here for Argel. At this point, still a lot of locations he can check, so... And looks like BadmoonZ also going to head straight to Argus.
A lot of locations, even more, but more so because of the mirror now. The fact that we got the mirror, we have the graveyard ledge, K45 below Stumpy there.
Yeah. We have desert, we have Bommo's tablet. Oh, it is Quake as well. Both of them requiring Quake.
Tom says because wouldn't be wasting his time looking in the mire because he can't get in.
Oh, and finding Ice Rod though at the mire shed.
Ah, nice.
The nice rod.
Quake is the only medallion required.
Yep. Bombos could be helpful for killing Coldstare, but that's pretty much it at this point. Maybe a little bit of help with killing some enemies in the gauntlet, but that murder dactyl though has it out for Argel. Heading him, or almost following him the whole way to Checkerboard Cave.
But at this point, we gotta think what items can still be on pedestal. You know, that cane could still be there.
Ooh, it could. Yeah, you're right, actually. We're seeing the swordless strats here for Argus. I guess I keep forgetting BadmoonZ actually hasn't gone up Death Mountain to Hookshot Cave in order to get that sword. And Argel speaking of swords, picking up his sword upgrade in the Checkerboard Cave, getting Tempered Sword now.
They're having a dip into ice now.
Yeah, with 4 hearts though. Does definitely have some fairies, or at least one. And another bottle? Red potion. So he was definitely taking a look at his potions beforehand, just to make sure he had something. Oh, very nice silver arrow shot to Argus.
I wonder if BadmoonZ is gonna do some more overworld checking before he goes on the ice, because wow, Fighter Sword Ice Palace would be terrible.
Yeah. He's got a lot of locations to catch up on. Unfortunately, with his routing, it's kind of put him in a bad situation where he's having to go back to different items multiple times, or different places multiple times. Like going up Death Mountain again, because not having the Titan's mitts. That's where he'll find one. You know, having to go back to Eastern earlier. So hopefully, he does have that Quake Medallion, which gives him a little bit of an advantage over Argel. But eventually Argel's gonna run out of places to check, or head to pod.
I think BadmoonZ's next play after this might be to check what medallion is in Mire, so he'll probably be able to collect a sword upgrade at the least from Checkerboard Cave.
Yep. And Master Sword definitely is a major upgrade from Fighter Sword.
This is the funny part, since he realized his Fighter Sword wasn't able to slash that, he armed himself with Boomerang.
So, BadmoonZ's going to be picking up one more item over here. It's not going to be anything really necessary. And at the next point, I feel like, yes, the next point is to kind of activate the flute and head towards Misery Mire area. And Argel's a little bit low on health here. Has that potion, but probably won't use it until really absolutely necessary.
Or this trip into ice is not nice. Uh-oh. BadmoonZ's having the same ideas as Argel here.
Yeah, but instead of going in there with Tempered Sword, he's going in with Fighter Sword, so that's going to make his fights with enemies a lot more difficult. So we got Mushroom in here. So that's our first fetch quest item.
Probably things behind Pyramid Fairy, because
yeah, it's true. They did have early access to Pyramid Fairy, so that could be something that's weighing on his mind. And he does have all 4 bottles. They're all filled with something. I'm pretty sure 2 fairies, a blue potion, and a red potion, if I'm not mistaken. So that could make him more comfortable with doing Cold Stare.
riding Cold Stare does help a lot. Right.
Oh yeah, absolutely. These jellyfishes are not letting him throw his bombs, though. There's a heart piece.
Killing 2 of them with 1 bomb.
And Argel is going to be heading into the cold stare fight. With 1.5 hearts. Hopefully opting to use... I'm pretty sure he's going to opt to use his fire or his red potion right off the bat.
I hope so. It's getting really tense.
Literally 1 hit from cold stare could be...
Doesn't even matter what hits him right now.
Yeah, even the little ice ball. Oh my gosh, he's going straight for it. Oh my gosh, my heart. Oh my god, he got hit.
Oh, please. Oh, look at this. Now just...
Oh, he's at half a heart.
Oh my god.
He's got it. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's the right play.
Oh my god.
He just wanted to give us a heart attack.
The Cane of Samaria. This is actually going to be really good for Bad Moon, because Cane of Samaria is going to make him be able to complete Misery Mire and Turtle Rock. Well, he needs Ice Rod, so he needs to go to Misery Mire area. I'm thinking at this point, he's probably gonna, once he's done Ice Palace, he's gonna go activate the flute so he can check what the medallion is for Misery Mire. And then he's gonna realize that he's in go mode. Now the problem is that might hopefully when he does that, he also checks both Checkerboard Cave and the Mire Shed, because if he just checks the Mire Shed, that'll give him the Ice Rod, that'll put him in go mode, and he might just go straight to the dungeon or something.
Yep.
So I think Argel is probably heading to Pyramid Fairy at this point, and if he heads to Pyramid Fairy, then afterwards, he's going to be pretty close by Pod, so we might actually see him head straight over there. That could be another, advantage for him.
Do a full clear of Ice Palace. No place to turn.
So at this point, what could be a Pyramid Fairy? Nothing really nothing that they need. They can find another sword. Yeah. Oh man, if it's another sword, then BadmoonZ really has to worry about swords.
Gonna have to check those overall spots where he's...
He's losing a lot of magic in this dungeon just because of the anti-fairies. And it looks like just a heart piece and some rupees. So nothing significant.
And Argel will be okay. Because Quake is in Pod, we know he's not going to waste his time in T-Rock and Mine.
No, but he is going back to... there's still quite a bit for him to check here at Village of Outcasts. He has the blacksmith, he has the purple chest. He's got the hammer pegs. I think he might have actually done hammer pegs. Whoop! Wasting a fire rod shot. That is not something you want to do right now.
Ooh, hammer strats. Oh.
I don't think he really has a choice. He can use a couple fire rod shots. He needs to get them lined up so that they kind of trail off each other. This is a good decision right here. To get a couple hits in with the... Oh, very nice. Gets a double. Oh, unfortunately misses that one. Gonna have to use the hammer.
You might want to take a potion here.
He's got a fairy still. I think he's got two fairies.
He has two
still.
fairies. That's true.
Yeah.
He has two. That's true. Two fairies, he should be fine.
Only a couple more hits here. There we go. Cold stare down. He's gonna pick up his cane.
Let's see if he decides to go check what buyer medallion he needs.
I feel like at this point he's gonna be going over there just to complete Mire. His last thing he wants to do is go all the way up to Turtle Rock, not have the ice rod, but be able to complete Misery Mire. Because there's only 2 crystal dungeons left at this point. It's actually, this is a really quick seed so far. And Argel, doing the blacksmith, he's gonna probably do the purple chest at this point, which is gonna lead him to Cave 45, still leading him a little bit farther away from the pod dip that he needs so desperately at this moment.
I forgot, this is the first time he's going to flute activate, because he just went straight to Ice Palace after Swamp.
Yep. So now with this flute activated, he's probably going to flute down to Mire, where he's going to find that it is in fact a quick entrance requirement for Misery Mire, which is going to be super helpful for him.
Mushroom turn in first.
Interestingly enough, opting not to do the fake powder. With the Cane of Samaria, being able to activate that now is also another interesting thing. With Fighter Sword, yeah, definitely agreeing with those two.
I agree too.
Blue potions. Oh. Argel didn't pick up. Oh yes, he doesn't have the boots. Oh, this is it. This is the moment. Argel is now heading into pod.
That's what.
This is exactly what he needs. This is where he's going to get his boots, and this is where he's going to get Quake, which is actually going to put him into go mode. Alright, BadmoonZ picking up his ice rod. Now, does he go to Checkerboard Cave, or does he go to Mire? I think he's just going to go straight to Mire. This is what actually I was afraid of.
Yeah, it's like, oh, the sword!
The sword is literally right there. But because he realizes that -1 sword, which he's thinking, oh, you know, there is probably gonna be a sword in Ganon's tower. I'm sure I'm gonna find one on the way. And
it could not be go though for him because he doesn't know the medallion for T-Rock.
Oh, that's right. He hasn't been up to T-Rock yet. So that's actually good for him. He doesn't know that. So then maybe he'll check Checkerboard Cave.
Hope so. I mean, it's gonna be kind of risky if he goes up there. He's already in.
So unfortunately, Argel saved and quit after picking up the boots in pod. Oh no! No, that's where Quake is. Go back! Go back!
God! What happened?
Argel, please.
Oh.
He's gonna do... Oh no. He's gonna do the King's Tomb, he's gonna do Bonkrux, and then he might even go pick up the book.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. BadmoonZ is going straight to the boss.
I wonder if he thinks he's in... I wonder if he thinks he's in go mode.
That's... Because we already know where two of them are. He might get the one in Hookshot Cave at the least when he goes up Turtle Rock. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of chests in here on the way too. I'm really hoping he goes to Checkerboard Cave. At least to get one sword. Argel, please. Please, no, go back. No, he's going to get the book. Oh no. Oh no. This is gonna lead him potentially to Desert, potentially to Ether, potentially to Bombos, still farther and farther away from Quake. And the good thing is BadmoonZ at least still looking for a sword. It's gonna give him time at least to look around, but it looks like he's heading to Ether now. Oh no. Ooh, almost 100% hit ratio there. Missed one arrow. GG, Vitreous down. Are we gonna get a small key? That is definitely not a sword. He might have also been hoping that maybe if he went to the boss, that the boss might have dropped the item, and the boss might have maybe dropped another medallion or something. Oh, nope. He's definitely not going to Checkerboard Cave. He's not even going into Desert. He's going straight to T-Rock. Oh, no.
Much. Missed out on swords, for sure. If he doesn't check Hookshot Cave, he's going to be in real big trouble here.
Man, especially... like, we have no idea where that fourth sword is. So if it's in, like... I don't know, if it's in Ganon's tower and he doesn't find it. Ay. Alright, we're getting to see Spike Cave. We never got to see Spiral Cave. Oh my gosh, it is the single arrow.
Oh.
Alright, looks like he's... Here we go. We're getting Super Bunny, at least, and hopefully Hookshot. Oop. Unfortunately, missing the little, the glitch through the tiles there.
Oh, is he gonna get Bombos?
I think Argel is going towards Bombos, unfortunately. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Pod had both the boots and Quake, because I feel like if Quake would have been the first thing, then probably Argel would have been fine. But having to go into a pendant dungeon in itself is sometimes annoying. And there's that Master Sword for BadmoonZ. Seeing Quake, that puts him in official go mode at this point. He's going to be able to complete Turtle Rock. And Argel heading back to pod. This is good. This is good for him. But unfortunately, he's going to be quite a bit behind at this time. He's still going to need to go to Misery Mire and Turtle Rock. But he does have a sword. He does have a sword advantage. So sometimes execution and things can make up for some minor routing mistakes. So with getting the boots in the first chest, he has to go to the right side here, and luckily this is exactly where he's going to find Quake. So I'm sure he's going to feel really, really behind as soon as he opens this chest and realizes if he would have just gone like 1 or 2 chests more, that he would have had this.
Right there! Like, oh no!
Yep.
Where's this big key? Come on, big key into your
It looks like it could potentially be in his vanilla location. Oh no, he doesn't have enough magic. Oh good, he's got the blue bottle. Yeah, I don't believe that he is going to be doing any frustration slashes because of the fact that he knows he doesn't have time for frustration slashes. He needs to go fast.
Oh, I agree.
At this point, he's probably thinking, I am super far behind and I need to book it.
BadmoonZ is that key there. It means he can skip checking the vanilla big key location, saves 1 key there.
Yep. So he's
pretty close though, I would think, because this is a quick mire, right?
It's fairly quick, yes. It's not a god mire, but it is fairly quick. There's only a couple chests until the big key. It's not like he has to go all the way to the vanilla big key location.
Double pokey there. 1 fire rush, yeah.
Yeah, and BadmoonZ is getting a lot of good RNG here in Turtle Rock.
He's gonna go straight to the boss, or he's still gonna be looking for stuff?
I assume that he's probably just going to check these chests for small keys and just head straight to the boss. He might check a couple chests on Laser Bridge. A sword upgrade would be advantageous for Ganon. It's not a huge upgrade for Tempered to Butter, but it is a huge upgrade from Master to Tempered.
Gonna check at least the minimum chest. At least I need to get this key for sure.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna have to do Laser Bridge. That's gonna be where the last key is. And Argel's gonna be heading into the Vitreous fight momentarily. You know, interestingly enough, I guess the logic required them to pick up Burna for Laser Bridge. Because they don't have a shield or anything to protect them from the lasers.
We're
Ooh.
walking. Oh, uh-oh.
He does have. Oh, nice. Finds the key. First one. Yeah, I think he's. Oh, looks like he's going to. He does have just the Master Sword. Might be a little bit nervous with how many hearts he has. He doesn't have the ability to powder any fairies or anything. Or he could just want to check these chests and might be afraid. Nope, he's not going to check these chests. Ignore everything I just said. He's just going to go straight to Trinex.
He's like, nope, I am going.
And Argel is heading to the witch to pick up some more potions. So BadmoonZ's gonna have to do some pretty good execution here with Trinex. Oh, but misses the first ice rod shot. Ooh. He does have quite a few potions, so... But, oh, he's gonna have to use them.
Yeah, I think it's... good.
I think it's, yeah, about time that he uses them right now, as Argel is heading up towards Turtle Rock right now. So, interesting, BadmoonZ deciding to head over to the ice head. Probably doesn't want any more ice on the floor than what absolutely is necessary. Ooh. There we go.
Being close.
So BadmoonZ's gonna be finishing up Trinex here as Argel is just heading into the dungeon.
Wisely stays in the middle because the item will always drop in the middle.
50 rupees, still not a sword.
Oh, there's just only one left.
All right, and with that, let's get this big key guessing game on the road.
Seven for Saku.
Saku always guesses chest number 7. But yeah, if you are a subscriber or a supporter of Speed Gaming, if you guess correctly, if you're the first person to guess with that number between 1 to 22, then you get the opportunity to end up on the leaderboard. So, good luck to everyone.
Left or right side?
I'm gonna say probably they're gonna go left side. Hopefully. Oh no, small key, probably right side. Oh, 2 small keys, never mind. Definitely right side.
Definitely right side.
Yeah.
Hey, your 7 is still in the running.
Yeah, it's just the torch at that point.
Ooh, that wall master. Whew.
Wall masters make me nervous. Woo. So BadmoonZ's opting to use bombs there, because he's running a little bit low on magic. ₹300 and just 20 rupees. Alright, so now we're gonna see left side. Torch is gonna be number 7. Oh, just a heart container. Argel not having any luck with this Pokey here. Pokey's getting away from him. This has actually been an incredible race. For the longest time, Argel having the lead here. It really just took one dungeon.
I'm playing the pod really changed everything here.
So I guess that's chest number 11. So we're about to see 12 right here. There's Ether. The Harry Potter medallion. Again, BadmoonZ opting to use bombs because he's still low on magic.
Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah, about being low on magic. I changed my mind. Last bomb as well.
Pick up some. Ops area has a few.
Oh, and there's the
there
big
it
key.
is. He's gonna have to get bombs though. Oh my god, I hope he does. He needs a bomb for the wall in Yan's tower.
There's a bomb up there underneath that
That's true.
pot.
No pot.
So he should be okay.
Yeah, this is true.
There's
Gotta
also a
remember
few
to
in the
pick up the bomb.
gauntlet, if I'm not mistaken. Ha! That Spike taking the arrow. It's like, I'll save you, Mimic! Oop. Darn those crystal switches. How dare they pop out of nowhere like that? Alright, and Argel finishing up Trinex is going to be heading over to Ganon's tower as well. He's going to need to go left side in order to see if he can catch up a little bit. So stun prize being 5 arrows, that's a good thing for BadmoonZ. He's a little bit low.
Oh, there's that bomb he needs.
Well, no more need to farm. He's just gotta hope that he doesn't miss. He does have the net, but he's gonna opt to just take the health instead.
What routing he does here.
Yeah, I feel like he's probably gonna go right side to grab those 2 chests. I really hope he goes left right after. Oh, BadmoonZ unfortunately missing. Unfortunately missing the 1 cycle and missing the 2 cycle. Oh boy, and it looks like Argel went right side. Hang on a sec. I gotta quickly find out what the commands are. I only know how to start and stop. There you go. We did it! Teamwork, guys, teamwork. And BadmoonZ definitely getting that bomb, so he's safe. He's in here. He's gonna pick up some magic. He's also looking for some swords along the way. Oh, Moldor, no! Oh! No! Oh man, you can see him. It's just going straight for him. Just like, oh, I got you in my sights. Oh wait, no, that's Overwatch.
That's good. Got one more though.
Oh no, Moldor, please. There we go. Oh no, still not a sword.
One, two.
Yeah, there we go. This is a little bit of a better setup. Gets two there. Oh, very nice setup here.
Ah, missed.
Needs one more. There we go, we got it.
Jill's quickly behind him, though. Found the big keys, making up his way to Gauntlet soon.
Very nice squeeze there between the spikes. He's got very nice shooting. All right, we're gonna see some Ganon fight here from BadmoonZ. Here we go, Master Sword Ganon.
Have to be spin attacks all the way through now.
Yep. That was Ganon talking about cheese. Unfortunately, not gonna be able to cheese this fight with any any invincibility items either, because they are, at least Berna is on Spectacle Rock still. We never found Cape.
Oh my gosh, his heart. He's got a fairy. Who's gonna use it?
Red Potion is actually a really good decision there, because he does, in fact, he only had one heart, so it's the most optimal time to use it. This is very good for him. Gonna have to run away. Oh. I think he tried to use hook shot, but he didn't have it out.
Yeah, it was the potion shot.
Argel unfortunately missing the one cycle on Land Molus as well. And misses the 2 cycle. Oh, and the 3 cycle! There we go, gets him. Ooh, very nice spin there, avoiding any damage. Alright, needs one more spin. Then gonna need another spin in order to freeze him. Very nicely done. Silver arrow. Then needs to go over there. Might miss the torch glitch. Oh no, just gets it! Just gets it! Okay. Unfortunately, it would have been nice if Ganon had teleported to a middle location. Oh my gosh!
Oh wow! Oh wow!
No, Ganon, stay down.
Oh wow, God. That was close too. Oh no, he misses! He's only got one shot left.
This Ganon fight, please.
Oh my God!
And he gets it, GG. Oh, that is a fantastic fight.
Oh my God! I was like, don't fall now.
GG to BadmoonZ. Speaking of falling, unfortunately, Argel falling to Trolldorm as well. Well, that just happened. Yes, it did. What a race! What a race! That was a fantastic job.
That was crazy.
Yup.
Drama in the end.
Wow, that was definitely something. That's for sure. So we'll get our winner here in the chat room. Hello, BadmoonZ. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
What a race!
Oh my God, that race was dramatic in the end.
It was dramatic the whole way through. Okay, so I have to ask you, okay, so when you went to Misery Mire, or like when you were around Misery Mire and you mirrored, did you think about checking Checkerboard Cave at all?
So the original plan was, alright, I'm gonna full clear Mire, since I just got the red cane, and then I'm gonna do Desert and Checkerboard and Aegina Cave looking for the Ice Rod. But since Ice Rod was just right there, I just left, and it's like, the plan was, if I couldn't get into Turtle Rock because of a medallion or something, I was gonna come back to Desert anyway, and then I'll do Checkerboard and all that then.
That is actually where the Tempered Sword was. Yeah. So it was interesting because we were like, oh no, go back. The sword is right there. No, it was a really good race. For a while there, actually, at the beginning, just because of routing, Argel had a little bit of an advantage because before going to Eastern Palace, he had actually gone up Death Mountain and picked up the bow. So it was only one trip necessary into Eastern Palace, and just happened to be finding item after item after item pretty much anywhere he went. But you made that the play into Pod, which really ended up being what kind of pulled you ahead in the end, because he still needed to look for Quake. Plus, you were moving around the world a little bit faster with your boots and stuff.
Quake was there. I couldn't remember where I got Quake, and like it just happened to be the Mire medallion, and the Turtle Rock medallion. Yeah, and Boots was there too. Yeah, for sure. But the green pendant didn't pan out. That was like, that felt bad for a little bit.
Yeah, the green pendant was bombs.
Which I needed. Like, I used every last one.
Yep, you most certainly did. Yeah, it was definitely a race, that's for sure. Besides that, your guys' routing, even though you guys had different things, different items, your routing was fairly similar. Not many things different. I just want to say GG to Argel, just killing Ganon here. I'm gonna walk through that door, and there we go. GG to Argel. Let's see if we can get him in here as well. But yeah, it was... What a race. What a race.
Did Argel have the tempered sword? I presume he did.
Yes, yes, he did.
Was.
He had Titan's Mitts by the time he went up Death Mountain, or East Death Mountain. So, when he went over to East Death Mountain, he found the Master Sword in, I believe it was Hookshot Cave was where that was. And so you were going into Ice Palace. He was already in Ice Palace, but he had the Master Sword, and you were going in with Fighter Sword.
I was really afraid of some Fighter Sword bosses there. Even the Master Sword Trinex, which I displayed, not that great. You know, it was a little tempered to be nicer.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good race. It just...
I
it
really
was at the end. Like at the end, with the when you were missing the arrows on Ganon, it was like, oh no, don't get hit by the fire bat and fall.
Oh yeah, geez. To get that last shot took forever.
So it looks like Argel will unfortunately not be joining us today. He does not have a mic, so he's not going to be able to hop into the chat. But I want to say GG to Argel for finishing. This was definitely a great race. A lot of these week 7 races are so close. Like that's the thing about the final week of the tournament. With Swiss, you eventually, like once the final week comes down, every match is just so close. And I want to ask you, how did you feel about your routing this seed?
I felt pretty good. I think the only thing was the green pendant was like 4 minutes to lead to nothing. That was probably a little ambitious because there were a lot of places to check still. But aside from that, everything just kind of kept working out. It was like boss led to boss. Like once you get the bow and you did Eastern, then the mitts were just there, so you could go to Ice Palace rather, not Ice Rod, and the Red Cane was there on Gold Stair too. So things kind of just worked out.
Yeah, it seemed like every dungeon really, or fairly, pretty much everywhere. Like Thieves Town had the hook shot.
Yeah.
Eastern Palace had the Titan's mitts. Tower of Hera really didn't pan out very well, but Swamp Palace had the flute.
Yeah.
And Ice Palace had the cane. By the time you were in Misery Mire and Turtle Rock, you were already pretty much in go mode. So, and of course, Mirror and Waterfall Cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like, just sporadically all over the place, but at least one dungeon, any dungeon that you actually needed. You didn't actually have to dip into pretty much any, like, besides of course Pod, but like you didn't have to really complete any of the other pendant dungeons. No dipping into Desert Palace. Neither of you actually dipped into Desert Palace. Argel actually did go into Skullwoods a little bit, but didn't get very far just at that point.
Yeah, that was actually a little bit of a relief that that was a pendant, because I didn't want to have to. You could have immediately went to Mothula with your fighter sword if you wanted.
Yup.
So, a little bit of a break there.
Yeah, and we were a little bit worried when like the first couple items you got were the sword and the lamp. Uh-oh.
I was shaping up for our friend Aghanim.
Yep. But luckily nothing on Lumberjacks, and then finding the hammer. We were also actually, both of you, when you were going through the escape, were desperately looking for bombs. Getting that full magic drop was perfect, but still nothing was giving you bombs.
Yeah, I think the bombs were probably not, were they even in a prize pack? I know I saw an 8 drop once, but they were pretty rare.
Yeah, I don't know particularly with that.
Just
with
by
that one.
virtue of like ending the game with like exactly like I think I had one bomb left over because I picked up an extra one, but it was like that was a resource to manage.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it was definitely interesting because neither of you actually were able to get a bomb in the escape sequence. So, and then for a while there was no gloves either. So, were you worried at any point that you would have to go back through the escape sequence if you couldn't find a glove and maybe find one in the back there?
Yeah, I think the glove was on behind Sahashala, right?
Yes.
If I remember correctly. Yeah, so I was gonna go there and then do as much as Eastern as I could, and then just go back and do escape if I didn't find the glove. Because at that point, I think that was the biggest collection of chests left.
Yeah, there was. Well, you had the flippers, I think. No, you didn't. Flippers was Hype Cave. And you didn't have, I think Moon Pearl you got in Eastern. So yeah,
right,
you wouldn't even be able to really fake flipper anywhere until you went into Eastern. But Desert only had the one with the Gina. That was it. Vanilla Book though.
Yeah, that actually was almost a trap. Something tipped me off to not get that. I don't remember what. I think it was getting the mitts on in Eastern. Because if that didn't happen, then the plan was like, okay, let's go get the book and check out Desert, and yeah, that wouldn't have been good.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was a trap, and it was a trap that your opponent unfortunately fell for. He had completed Ice Palace, had completed Swamp Palace, Tower of Hera, Eastern Palace, and was basically making his way over to he dropped off the big bomb at Pyramid Ferry, and then headed over to Pod, and opened the first chest, got the boots, and then save and quit. Went to go do all of the boot stuff. And when I say all the boot stuff, I mean like King's Tomb, Bonk Rocks, then pick up the book, go do Ether Medallion.
Oh wow. So he checked a ton of locations then.
Yes, definitely.
I feel lucky to come away with the win. Against my opponent.
It was a great race, I have to say. Like at any point in time, it could have just changed hands at any point. The big thing was just the Quake Medallion really was what held it for you, because you had the Quake Medallion. He had come back later. It was one chest away. If he would just have gone one more, he would have gotten the Quake Medallion, and it would have been even closer. So and that would have been a little bit scary because he again had the Tempered Sword. So
Tempered Sword would have been enough to overcome any lead I had he gotten the Quake immediately. So yeah, wow. I really look forward to rewatching the VOD and hearing the commentary and everything, seeing what happened.
Like I said, a great race. You guys both did a fantastic job. So this puts you at 4-3. I know that there is a couple of, I believe it's 2 4-3s advancing to the brackets. I'm not exactly sure who yet, but
I think I had a shot had I won last week and lost this week instead. I did have good tiebreakers, like my first game was a Jet, and I believe he's still undefeated, so that's good for an opponent record. But I mean, with only 4 spots, it's really competitive. Like, you had to have played against like a lot of people that did well.
Yeah. Well, there's always potential. We'll see the people. Like, there's still a bunch of more matches this week that still count. So we will we'll know a little bit later. But yeah, so this is potentially could be either your last race in the tournament, or you could be advancing. Do you have any final comments on your experience in the tournament?
Just wanted to say like thank you to everyone, like the tournament organizers. Like I understand like it's all volunteer, and just the tournament runs so smoothly. There's like no problems that I see anywhere. I'm sure there's stuff going on behind the scene that I don't see, but like thank you to everyone. Thank you also to the restreamers. Being on Speed Gaming's always a blast. I've had the fortune of several of my races being restreamed, so that's also very cool. And yeah, once again, just thank you to everyone.
Well, thank you so much for racing. Honestly, we couldn't do it without our runners here, so thank you so much for being involved. Thank you to my co-commentator, Hiei, coming out of retirement for this match here. I appreciate it.
It's a blast. Your race was awesome. Couldn't ask for a better race.
Thank you.
It really was. So thank you guys so much. Thank you to our fantastic tracker, Magic Jade 47, who again we could not do this without. Again, really appreciated. Tracker's definitely a significant portion of our team. So I want to say a special thank you to Magic Jade. And to, of course, our other runner, Argel, thank you so much for racing as well. And with that, we're probably gonna wrap this up here. There is another race going on currently on Speed Gaming 1. There will be another race starting basically in 2 minutes on Speed Gaming 2 as well. So stay tuned for more randomizer action. Make sure to follow all the Speed Gaming channels, twitch.tv/speedgaming, and then 2, 3, 4. And the link to the past randomizer channels. I know that there's a ton of 4 and 2 matches tomorrow that are going to be streamed across both platforms. So make sure, or both channel groups. So make sure you guys are following both of those if you want to see those. Thank you again to everyone involved, and I will see you guys in the next race.